Welcome back to Speargrass Forge. If you're new here, thanks for coming, and if you're coming back, thanks for returning. Today, I'm going to be working on replacing the handle on one of my hammers and slimming down the handle on one of my other hammers so that I don't cause myself injury. Stick around. Okay, so the two hammers I'll be working on today are this French style crossbeam, which according to my good friend Sam Towns, I put on upside down and I'll put it on a handle that's way too short for it. So I'll be cutting off the head of this and replacing it just with a store-bought hammer handle for that's for an engineer's hammer. And the other one is my crossbeam. Now this handle thickness is far too big for me. I've noticed over the last couple of months of actually working with this hammer, it's too thick. When I go to pick the hammer handle up, even in a loose grip, I'm starting to death grip this because it's too fat for me to comfortably grip this handle. And so even though it doesn't look too fat, it is too thick for my grip, and it's starting to cause me to get tight and pain in this section of my arm. Now it's not tennis elbow because I mean I've had it checked out, but just the muscles in here, it's a precursor, and I want to make sure that this hammer handle and continuing hammering doesn't cause me issues going into the future. Now of course I still do my stretches and everything like that. I get my rotators and everything like I get my rotators going and swiveling and all that type of stuff to stretch my arm so that I don't do damage to this. But at the end of the day, if you're not using the correct tools in the correct way, or they're not made comfortable for you, then of course you're going to continue doing damage to yourself regardless of your best effort. So I need to slim this hammer down to something more akin to this. Now if you put these side by side, you can see the difference in the thicknesses of these hammers. This is a size that's more comfortable for me. This is too thick. So thankfully, towards the neck of this hammer, it is more of a comfortable size for me. So basically I'm just going to bring the rest of this shaft down in line with something that's a little bit thinner and a little bit more comfortable for me to hold, so that I can continue working comfortably with this hammer going forward. So first one I'm going to work on is this one. We'll get this one cut off and we'll get the new handle in. So stick around. Okay, so now I've got the handle, the main part of the handle cut off. I've just got to drive out this wedge portion. Let's turn it up in my vise, and just using one of my round punches, just driving this out. So might have to tighten this up a bit. And with that, it's all out. So, as you can see, nice and empty. So now it's time to put the hammer over and shape the new handle to it. So, apparently, it goes on this way. So I'm going to line this up with the new handle and just using the pen, just going to mark roughly the area I need to take off. Might want to straighten that up. Right. Now, I of course am going to cheat a little bit because I have an angle grinder with a flat disc attachment. So that's what I'm going to use to take off the bulk majority of what I need to remove. Now this is a moderately worn flat disc, so it's not going to take up too much material, but it'll help me and that's just a 40 grit taken off, just taken down that line which I wanted to do. Just going to flip it over and take off the other side. Now, I need my wooden mallet. Just here, I'm just going to try and drive this on a bit. So, starting to come down nicely, which means I've just taken off just the right amount. As you can see, there's a little bit of stuff coming out from underneath there. I'm going to take this off again. And see, sitting right down there, so I'm just going to take these off, get a little bit of a knife and carve this out a bit, but that's sitting quite down quite fast. So now I've just got to split this so I can put the wedges in. Also got to make a wedge. Now that that's done, I'm going to split down it. I'm going to attempt to cut off a timber wedge in the shape of this softwood. It's just to spread it, see if I can get it nice and cut. Last 5 wedge, obviously it's a bit too wide, probably a bit too tall at the moment too, but that's alright, we can cut that off later. But right now, just got to make it a bit thinner. Alrighty. So now, that's done. Let's get this hammerhead back on. Find my timber mallet, which is just here. Now, it's supposed to go that way, I believe. Making a mess of it, but hey, let's cut that off now. In line with that other split I made. And Bob's your only. That seems to be done now. Everyone loves only Bob. So that swings well. I'll take this bit of sticker off, which was just the label for the actual the hammer handle, and there we go. One done. Now, to get into the other handle. This hammer handle is beveled at the bottom, much like this one is. However, I work out that if I take the material down to the bevel, it will turn out to be about the thickness of this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lock this in the vise, and basically just using the flat disc on the grinder, just keep removing material until it's down to the edge of this bevel on the inside. Starting to get there, one side's done, let's go do the other side. See, now that is feeling much better and more comfortable in my hand already, even though it's a little bit wider this way. This way, it's feeling absolutely wonderful. So I'm still gonna go the sides and take these off, and then I'm gonna have to probably finish it up, go to a higher flat disc, and clean it up a bit, and also finish it off with some linseed oil or something like that. So I'm gonna get into this and probably speed it up, and we'll come back when it's done. That is already 10 times more comfortable than what it was. So now to go up a bit, clean it up a bit so it's a little bit smoother, and just not so rough on my hands and not so unfinished. Then we'll wax and boil linseed oil on it. So what I've got on it now is just a 120 grit, just to clean up some of the roughness and take off some of that the graininess that I feel. It already feels better on the other side with the 120, and I'm going to leave it at that. Find some of my boiled linseed oil, get this finished. Looks like I used the last of my boiled linseed oil to make some of that the finishing wax, blacksmith wax or blacksmith goop. So I'm going to have to do a run to the hardware store. I'll be back shortly. For you guys, it's only going to be 2 seconds. See you shortly. Alrighty, so now got some boiled linseed oil. I'm just going to get a rag. Wet the end of my rag with the blow. I'm just going to give it nice and on. In there, wipe off the excess. Might as well go up into the head of the handle. Of course, it's going to look a little bit different because I've sanded off this end, but I didn't sand off the rest. But that's okay. It's just a working hammer for me. Now this is going to take about a day or so to dry, 18 to 20 hours, because I live in a relatively high humidity climate, so probably going to take a little bit longer to dry. So I'm going to put that where I hang my hammers and let that dry. Now, with this hammer, just around where the head meets the handle here, it's also a little bit been sanded. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to cover all this in boiled linseed and the top here so that it's protected. Let's get some more boiled linseed oil on this rag. I'll start up underneath his head. This handle's probably already been treated at some stage, but it's not going to hurt it to put extra on there, is it? So again, same thing, whack this in my hammer rack and we're done. Thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Click the bell icon for notifications of when I upload, usually on the week. Don't forget to check out my Spreadshirt and print bar stores, links in the description. And I hope to see you again next time. Cheers.